Alright guys, Gary back again. Today I'm having a look at a game called Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR. I was very kindly sent a code through to have a look at this game, so yeah, it should be fun. It's a wave-based shooter. It's sort of set in a steampunk Wild West, so some of the weapons look a bit interesting, and the main bad guy appears to be riding about on a Segway. But yeah, hopefully I'll show you that when we get in there. I'm playing this on the Oculus Rift. It's also on the HTC Vive. So without any more fluff, let's get on in and see what's Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR is like. Let's go and save the residents of Sintown. See you in a sec.
Grandpa Bill!
What do you want, kid? Go now.
Look what I found. I know it's yours.
Why, this is my old coat. Where did you dig that up? Give that to me right this minute, boy.
But Grandpa, how did you ever come about a gun like that? Tell me, am I not your grandson, after all?
Oh, all right, boy. I'm way too old to chase you around anyway, you little brat. So be it. I'll tell you about my younger days. But first, fetch Grandpa a clean glass and a bottle labeled Whisky. Yeah, right there. Behind the ashtray.
So, this is Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR. The entire game is set with a grandfather telling stories to his grandson Billy. It's a bit of a weird one. It's sort of a Wild West steampunk theme, as I said in the intro. And this is the main menu. So obviously over here you've got a little steampunk tablet. And you can go through, you can change the game audio, game settings, normal English. And video settings, I'm not touching. Oh, there we go. So we've got that all set there. The reason I wasn't going to touch that is I just had to play about and managed to crash the game, which wasn't fun. Put that back there. It's quite a nice little, like, I'm guessing you could call it a lobby. Roaring fire over there, pistols up there. Whoa. Gun over there. Another gun up there. Piano, you can't really interact with much other than that and this is what starts the game, so we're just gonna jump in. We're gonna pick him up. Obviously Act 1, Joe. Joe is the big bad guy at the end of this, at the end of stage 3. So yeah, let's go into story. Let's just have a quick play. Stage 1.
In the old days, good old Sintown looked way different, Robbie. It was tiny and uninhabited. Oh, but God almighty, how I loved it. You really can't imagine. Everybody here could find work to their liking. It was here that I met my first true love, Charlotte. But most importantly, it was the safest town in all of the Wild West. Until they showed up. These outlaws were wanted in every city of our state. They were real bastards. And their leader went by the name of Fat Joe. In his 30s, this mammoth weighed more than a herd of bison, and you could take that to the bank. He was used to getting everything he ever wanted, right from the cradle. And even after his parents died, nothing much changed in that department. He couldn't let a second go by without munching on something. Ugh. The stench, oh, Lordy. God forbid that you should ever smell such a thing, ever. But, to tell you the truth, I started hating him way before that.
Way before what, Grandpa? Grandpa Bill.
After he kidnapped my Charlotte, and along with her, he took all the other women of Sintown. It was then that I understood that I wouldn't be able to go on living without getting my revenge against that animal.
There we go. Oh, got my whiskey.
So it began.
Got a glass.
Those 3 I took down right away.
Grandpa, you've got a glass in your hand?
And a bottle right there.
Anyway. First off, I really like the art style in this game. I think it's quite nice looking. Headshot.
Grandpa, were you not supposed to reload the revolver?
Of course not. This is Hollywood, kid.
Grandpa, it looks like you're trying to trick me.
Oh, yeah? Well, no victim, no crime, kid.
That's quite nice and fun.
Cover me!
Let's say it's a nice, fun,
Triple kill.
wave-based shooter. I quite like it. Oh god, go away. I do like you can deflect bullets with whatever you got in your hands.
Kids,
Let's say there is a good range of enemies in this game. Come on.
Triple
Come on.
double kill.
Yes, there were so many of them, and my barrels were red hot.
barrels? You said my favorite revolver, not revolvers.
Take a good long look at me, kid.
Hey, 2
I
pistols.
have 2 hands, don't I? That means 2 pistols, kid. Damn.
As I was saying, I find there's a good range of, or good variety in the enemies in this.
And this is all you got?
Obviously it's a western, so there's only going to really be people with guns and people who don't have guns.
Rampage.
Come on. But it's nice and fun.
Double kill.
So in Act 1, you're only really armed with your pistols. Whew.
Oh, you're the tough guys around here, huh? I feel much better after taking you down.
It's fun, the narrator is interesting, he does say some funny stuff.
Double kill.
I think my main complaint is the trigger response on the pistols isn't actually as fast as... I mean, I can fire it pretty quickly. You can see the hammer going, but not a bullet doesn't come out every time you fire. So you have to sort of get a sort of rhythm going. So in my case, where are they?
Enemy to your left, kid.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2.
Double kill. Double kill.
It's interesting they went with not having to reload, but I kind of think I would have preferred to being able to reload during the game.
Double kill.
I mean, I think the game looks quite pretty. I like the art style. I mean, I'm playing on normal difficulty at the moment. It's not too difficult.
And the last enemy was hit. He fell to the ground like a pencil playing the banjo. And they lived happily ever after.
Grandpa, what about Charlotte and Joe?
Oh, all right. Just hand me that next bottle, kid.
Whoa. There we go. And end of each level you are given a score. I don't know if 27,950 is a good score, but time will tell. Before I go on to the next level, I'm just going to have a quick look around. I think the level layout's quite nice. The barrels are alright. I have no idea why I just leant in to look at a barrel that's not even there. And then obviously behind you, nothing interesting here, which is pretty true. Anything hidden behind it? No? Yeah. I like the, I'm going to say that is the House of Ill Repute. Mom's shelter. Okay, that's what I mean. I mean, you can see the revolver, or the chamber revolving, you can see the hammer firing, but there's not always a bullet coming out. Don't know whether that's because it's early access or something they're going to be looking at fixing in the full game. Let's see. Whoa, that was junky.
I went looking for him. My revenge for what he did to Charlotte and the others he kidnapped took me far away from the town I called home. And before I knew it, these bastards from Joe's clan attacked me.
And what happened then, Grandpa?
I tracked Big Joe's fat footsteps to the sulfur pit mine, and it was there that they were getting ready to ambush me. The whole pit mine was full of enemies who kept the old man at gunpoint.
Like this one?
Nah, a little smaller.
Okay, so round 2, mine pit. I've noticed on this level, but only on this level so far really, that the tracking seems to go on the
Enemy to your left, kid.
on the pistols. Although it seems to be when large numbers of enemies spawn in, so it might just be an early access thing. Or it could just be my computer. I'm unsure at the moment. Or the battery might be dying in this control. Who knows? I do like the enemy costumes, because some of them come out a bit weirdly. I mean, this guy's dressed as a cowboy. And this guy's wearing a gimp mask. Cowboy. Cowboy. Big helmet. Diving helmet. Crown. Balaclava.
Double kill.
Can't see it this distance. American football hat. Got you. Got you. Oh, there we go. Centurion helmet? I think I just shot his neck off.
Could revolvers really shoot like this?
No, revolvers couldn't. But these two .45 caliber babies sure could.
Oh, hell. These look nice. I like the way they reload. I do like that. Level. I didn't really speak too much, but I really like the level design in this one. Oh, I'm getting shot. Oh. Let's say stay. Playing on normal difficulty. It's not too challenging. It's okay, Grandpa can handle the damage.
And I took all of them down. All the enemies died.
Oh, Dad.
Except one. Oh, yeah. I killed him too. And as I have told you before, so they lived happily ever after. And, as a matter of fact, I'm late for my poker game.
No, Grandpa, don't leave. I'm already on my way out to get you that next bottle.
So yeah, I'm liking it. I do like this. This is a lot of fun. I'm tracking issues aside, but then again, I don't know if that's my computer, my sensors. Am I even looking in the right direction? I don't know. I don't know if it's the computer. I don't know if it's the sensors. I don't know if it's the game. But it's playable. It's very playable. I don't actually know what that. Yeah. Let's go for Act 3.
After 3 months of stakeouts, I finally found his camp. I grasped my trusty six-shooter. I grasped my trusty six-shooter by the handle. But my main weapon that day was my rage.
Background music doesn't seem to change between the levels, which I find
After some
ever so
scouting,
slightly irritating.
I found Joe's camp. I crept up to the camp and
That guy's dancing quite well. He don't know what he's doing. He seems to be peeing against a cactus.
What happened?
that damn arthritis.
And on his foot. That seems to be slowly roasting a pig over a fire being powered by a car battery from this distance. That's interesting.
So, who's the wise guy here? Come get some. Come get yours.
Triple kill.
Whew.
Move out.
This level seems slightly more open than the last one.
Move out. And then Joe used his drones.
What? Drones? Great.
Double kill.
Oh my god, suddenly this has just become a bit more,
Wait, it was at that moment that I understood that the desert is hot enough. Just the right time for Mr. Shell Blaster.
Mr.
Shell Blaster?
Who is that, Grandpa?
And I figure now's as good a time as any to introduce you to. Just be careful.
Bloody hell.
He has an explosive personality.
Well, this is weird to control.
Move out.
Whoa!
Double kill.
Oh my god! Suddenly this just got slightly more difficult.
Double kill.
Oh, I missed. How did I miss at this distance?
You're just gonna shoot each other.
Yeah, this is slightly more difficult to control than the automatics and the... Don't like how this is sort of wobbling about like that. This actually does hurt my left arm a little bit. Come on, take out the drones first. Just take out the drones first.
Killing spree.
Wait a minute. My hands feel like they're gonna fall off.
Yep.
Phrases during the battle with the boss.
He has just mentioned a boss, so maybe that means there's a boss fight coming up. Well, that was a wrong.
Felt good.
God, that's a menacing face. Ah,
Kill.
And
Oh,
soon it
look.
seemed like the relentless
it's the boss.
machine gave way.
On a Segway.
But suddenly, Joe appeared. You call this a threat?
It's got a health bar. Doesn't seem to be going down too fast. Come on, that health bar really isn't going down that fast, is it? Anything, he doesn't seem to be doing much. Oh, his Segway's just gone.
Firstly, we have to take down the blue drone.
What? Whoa, everything's sort of... This just seemed mental. Oh, this just seems ever so slightly over the top. He's getting closer and that's kind of a footing. He doesn't seem to be, headshots? I'm just holding down trigger at this point. If I die right now, I'll be so pissed off. Oh, God, every time you get him down... Oh, he's dead. He's down. Oh, God, my arm.
I killed him. He had the pendant of my Charlotte in his hand. But he got to jabbering on and on just before he croaked about how he'd sold the women to slavers. I heard about him. I seem to know how to find them, and I kept my way.
What? Oh, thank Christ. That was really achy on my arm. This, I'm not a big fan of this one. It's nice having a grenade launcher, but holding your arms in this position for so long hurts. Obviously, if you're used to these sort of games, maybe you'll be different, but no, I'm not a big fan of that gun.
So, that was Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR. The performance issues in-game that I had wasn't the game, it was my setup. Basically, my right sensor, for some reason, wasn't being registered as being connected. So for that entire thing, I was only playing with with one sensor, which did all right. It didn't really affect my enjoyment of the game. But tech issue aside, that's what happened. It wasn't the game, it was my setup. So I've reconnected the USB, that's all sorted. It seems to be registering fine now. Anyway, Guns and Stories Bulletproof. It is currently on Steam for £13.49, or it's on the Oculus Store for £7.99, so get it from where you want. I was sent through this code to have a look at, so it didn't actually cost me anything. I enjoyed playing it. I liked the art style, I liked the look of the game, I liked the look of the weapons. I think the only thing I didn't like was, as you saw in the video, the trigger response, so I don't know, like when I was pulling the triggers and the pistols, you could see the hammer firing, you could see the chamber revolving, but nothing was coming out, so it looked like it was firing blanks. In a previous playthrough I did of it, just to get myself used to it, it was doing the same thing, so I can't really put that down to the sensor setup. The background music was a bit repetitive. I don't know if like later stages will use more or different ones. Be interesting to see. And yeah, and the only other thing I didn't really like was that last weapon, because essentially I'm holding it like this for the time, and I think holding it like this just didn't agree with like my upper arm muscles, because I've been playing a lot of Pavlov VR, and I will do a video on that one, because focus. Obviously with that one, you're holding your controller like that, and it just seems that little 90-degree movement, I don't know, just for me, it didn't feel comfortable. That and the end boss, fighting Joe, that seemed ridiculous. Having that many enemies spawn while trying to take out blue healing drones was, I don't know, for me, a little bit of overkill. I'm not saying it was too hard, because, hell, I managed to do it. But it'd be interesting to see what the rest of the bosses and levels and enemies look like. But yeah, Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR, from me, that gets a recommended thumbs up. Definitely looking forward to see what else comes with it. What do you guys think? Is this something that you'd play? Is it something you wouldn't? Would you like to see me continue playing it? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll put a link to the stores where you can get it if you want it. It's not affiliate links, it's Steam and Oculus, and you know, they're just stores. I enjoyed it. If it looked fun to you, you will probably find it a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR. It's a good one. So, until the next video, guys, have fun, and I'll catch you later. See ya!